If you're tired of grinding badges in NBA 2K22 next or current gen, then be sure to hit up my boys over at Hero Grinders. Top links in the description. I think I've gone ahead and broken the build system in NBA 2K22 next gen with these super overpowered big man builds. But before we hop into things, do me a quick favor, scroll down, press that big red subscribe button, and also while you're down there, drop me a like. For the first build of today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a shooting center build, and the second build is going to be a pure inside center. So as you guys can see, I am in the My Player Builder. For the position, I decided to go ahead and be a power forward since you just get way more badges and way better attributes. This build can, however, definitely run center and probably will majority of the time. Onto the body settings, what you're gonna want to go ahead and do first for the height is drop this down to 1 to 6'8". You can just see how much this helps with the attributes, especially with driving dunk. Next, onto the weight, you're going to want to go ahead and drop this down to 238. This way you can get that another acceleration rating. And then finally, for the wingspan, you are a center, so of course you're going to have to max that thing out. Next, onto the attribute screen, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is bump up the driving dunk, not to max, but to 92. And at the same time, this will also bring your driving layup up to a 72. And then next, for the standing dunk, you're going to want to go ahead and bump this up to an 81. And then scrolling up to close shot, you're going to want to go ahead and bump this up to a 54. This way, you'll have exactly 21 finishing badges. On to shooting, you're going to want to go ahead and basically max out both 3-point and mid-range. However, you're actually going to go ahead and drop down mid-range 1 and also drop down 3-point 1. This may seem a little bit weird, but trust me, you have to do this or else you won't get the amount of badges that you guys see me end up getting. On to playmaking, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is bump up your pass accuracy to a 93 of exactly 12 playmaking badges. On a center build, you're really never going to be ball handling, so you don't need ball handle or speed of ball. For the defensive / rebounding, you guys need to pay very close attention to what I'm doing. It may seem a little bit weird, but trust me, you need to do this to maximize the amount of badges you get and which badges you get. So first, upgrade your interior defense to an 80. Then you're going to want to go ahead and bump up your perimeter defense to a 79. For steal, you're going to want to go and bump this up to an 82. And then for the block, you're going to want to go and bump this up to an 89. And then for offensive rebound, you're going to want to bump this up almost max, but to 93. And then finally, for defensive rebound, you're going to want to go ahead and max this out. On to physicals, of course, we're maxing out speed and acceleration. And then for the stamina, you're going to want to go ahead and max this out. And then we are going to go ahead and bump up our vertical to an 85. This way we can unlock every contact dunk animation in the entire game. Also, that's the same reason why we bumped up our driving dunk to a 92. With the last two attributes, I would recommend throwing them all onto steal. If you want to, you can also drop the stamina down to a 95 and then upgrade our steal to an 86. And as you guys can see, we can get gold pickpocket. And then I think we have like 3 more attributes. We have to throw them on free throws, so we may as well. In total, this build has 92 badges, which is absolutely insane. Also, I know a lot of people that do play Pro-Am and Rec Center, and if you want free throw, I'll show you guys a quick way that you guys can have a build with free throw. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is drop the steal down to a 73. You'll still have 35 defensive rebounding badges, so you only lose 1. And then if you throw all of those ratings onto free throw, you'll go ahead and get a 91 free throw, which is more than enough to be able to make free throws extremely consistently. Overall, this build is absolutely insane. It can do everything in this game. It has amazing defense, really good passing and playmaking, really good shooting, and really good finishing. And additionally, it unlocks every single dunk package in this entire game. Next, for takeovers, for your primary takeover, I would recommend going with See the Future since you are a big man or center build. And then second, for the secondary takeover, I'd recommend going with Spot Up Precision. And as you guys can see, we have built a versatile paint beast, which I'm pretty sure every center gets this name. Like, I've made a couple other center builds and they all get versatile paint beasts. But moving on to a pure inside center build. For the second build of today's video, we are also going to be a power forward. As I said, power forwards are just way better than centers in this game. On to the body settings. What you're going to want to go ahead and do for the height is actually leave it at 6'9". However, for the weight, you're going to want to go ahead and drop this down to 239 pounds. This may not make sense right now, but trust me, it will in a second once you go ahead and max out your wingspan, since of course you are a big man. Maxing out the wingspan pretty much just shows you that if you drop the weight anymore, you'll lose our 99 offensive and defensive rebound, which is not something you want to be doing, which is why 239 is perfect. On to the attributes, what you're going to want to go ahead and do first for finishing is max out your driving layup, max out your driving dunk, max out your standing dunk, max out your post control, and then bump up your close shot up to a 74. As you guys can see, we'll have 34 finishing badges, which is absolutely insane. And then moving on to defensive / rebounding, we're going to go ahead and max out interior defense, max out perimeter defense, and then basically max out steal. And then we're going to max out block, max out defensive rebound, and then bump up our offensive rebound to a 94. In total, we'll have 38 defensive / rebounding badges. Moving on to physicals, what we're going to go ahead and do is very simple. We're going to max out speed, max out acceleration, max out strength, max out vertical, and max out stamina. And then finally, scrolling up to playmaking, we're going to go ahead and throw all of our attributes onto pass accuracy. Having pass accuracy and playmaking badges is just so nice to be able to facilitate and also throw passes down court. This build only has 85 badges, but it does everything that you need to be able to do. It has elite finishing, elite defense, and extremely good physicals and extremely good playmaking. Next, for the takeovers, for the first one, I'm going to go ahead and go with See the Future again. And then with the second takeover, I'm going to go ahead and go with Stuff Blocks because I think it's just a super fun takeover. And as you guys can see, I built another versatile paint piece. The first build I made and the second build I made are very different, but yet we just get the same name for some reason. As far as which build you should make, it's very simple. If you want to be able to shoot, make the first build. And if you want to be pure inside, then make the second one. With that being said, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the video. If you found the video helpful or enjoyed it, drop me a like and also subscribe to the channel so you can know if next time I'm dropping some more gems or just more builds on y'all. Click one of the 3 videos on the screen and go follow my Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.